We live in a country that has high unemployment rates, where our population doesn't necessarily have a credit history, and they have and always have had a limited access to traditional banking systems and technology. These are some of the obstacles that create a challenging landscape for many. They hinder financial inclusion by restricting the access to achieve economic mobility. And that's where microlending plays a very important role, because we provide that financial resource and empower those who are often excluded from this conventional methodology. What do they use that money for? As Leonie said, some of them are paying for the education of their family members. Some of them are starting or investing in a business that they currently have. And all of them may be using it to cater for these unexpected or unplanned financial expenses. Everybody has them, so it's about how do I deal with those challenges when they arise. For us, the short-term unsecured lending isn't only about creating opportunity, but it is about fostering community upliftments. We do this by trying our very hardest to understand the needs of those individuals and those communities. That's what we need to answer to. So at This Finance, we've been around for about 30 years, 31 I think, but 30 years. We've always dedicated ourselves to serving the underserved, those who were excluded from the economy, whether it be then, back in 1994, or even today. People find themselves excluded, and we have a role to play in assisting them. Our journey began with a very simple mission: to provide accessible financial services to individuals who would otherwise have limited options. Our experience has given us invaluable lessons in overcoming this financial exclusion. By listening to our clients and understanding their stories, their challenges, and their aspirations, we've been able to build a suite of products that can serve them and assist them. And gladly and proudly, not only have we existed for 30 years, but we have assisted over 2 million customers. Where are those customers? We have a network of 280 or hopefully growing to 300 branches. They aren't all in big metropolitan areas. They're in small towns and peri-urban or even rural areas. It's in those communities, speaking to customers face to face, in branch, in their languages, that we're able to build our customer base. We need to again build trust with it, that we can lend to them, I'll get onto it later, we're not going to take advantage of them. We build the trust in this financial system. We understand them, we understand their needs, and by answering their needs, it helps the cycle now of building a credit record, building a credit history, hopefully to enable them to become financially included as time goes by. Our customers aren't all the same. It's not like they are all entry-level, first-time job employees. We have customers on a wide spectrum of occupations that they work as, or industries that they work in, salaries that they earn, number of loans that they've had, what credit history, credit experiences they have had. They are all part of our customer base, and we're proud to call them our customers. So how do we do this? How have we been able to get to this many customers or to assist them in meeting their needs? The first one is by product and service innovation. So while we understand that technology is amazing and it's a drive and it will continue to change and improve our offering, some of the time it's just about understanding our customer and what their need is and developing a product to assist them. We already mentioned that we're able to assist domestic workers, a group that's typically always been excluded from the traditional banking or lending environments. They don't have pay slips, they don't necessarily have work contracts of employment. Up until recently, they weren't paying PAYE or UIF. So it was a difficult market to assess for credits. But we were able to build a product that enabled them to gain access to credits. Because just because they're domestic workers or gardeners doesn't mean they don't have needs, doesn't mean they don't have family members who have businesses that they want to invest in, or these unexpected expenses, whether it be here or if they've traveled from another country for their family back home. Our products have also included things, way for foreigners to remit money overseas. They could come to us and lend and send money overseas, so part of what they are lending is able to service the needs of their family back home. We continue to do this, and I assume we will continue to build other products as we see that there's a need in order to serve them, to give them a sense of dignity and empowerment so they can be included eventually into the economy. Consumer protection is the next thing. It's making sure that our consumer is taken care of and not taken advantage of. You only mentioned the regulations that we have to comply with and the compliance and the hoops that we have to jump through, so to speak. And we do that gladly because we know that ultimately it protects the consumer. But it's not only these legal lenders that operate in this environment. There are many unregulated illegal lenders that may be predatory on the customer, may charge exorbitant rates that aren't regulated by an act or by a regulator. And we need to make sure that our customers understand what are their rights, what is the correct rates to pay, etc., etc. What is the correct behavior that they need to follow in terms of borrowing. And it's our job to make sure that they understand all of this. We advocate for these regulatory frameworks to protect the customer, to make sure that they aren't taken advantage of. At the end of the day, financially literate customers are better able to navigate their financial journeys. But financial literacy is not, I don't think we're particularly strong as a society. Recent statistics show that 51% of our population face significant challenges related to financial literacy. These gaps result in poor decision making by those customers and an inability to manage their own personal finances effectively. If they are part of the credit market, that often leads to then poor behavior and then it affects their credit record, etc., etc. So it's in our best interest to make sure that they are financially literate. We do this through workshops, community outreach, social media, marketing messages, pamphlets, that kind of thing, to try and get our message into the hands not only of our customers, but our potential customers and even our future customers. And also our staff. If we want our staff to be able to understand the needs and to meet the needs of our customers, we need to make sure that they have the financial knowledge to be able to impart and support that potential customer, so that we don't put them in a position that's disadvantageous to them. We need to make sure that they are given the tools that they can take on what credit they want or need and have the ability to repay it. Education is the key, whether it be in professional development or for our customer, whether it be for the now or for the future. Lastly, it is about community impact. Because we have these 280 branches and growing, we believe that we have a responsibility and a huge footprint in order to make a change through those communities. If we are able to impact the individuals, they will gain confidence that they understand their financial behavior and what needs to be done to be financially literate and responsible. That will help them advocate others for financial literacy within their community, help them impact their community, and therefore, again, start the ripple effect that our simple actions will hopefully help. Our goal is to grow our network to 300 branches within the next year, and then our CEO will have a vision to make it 350 and 400. That's never going to change. Our 1,400 people, obviously, that we employ have a huge role, not only in providing for their families, but the impact that they can have in their communities. We want to create more jobs, open more branches. And while we're doing this, we still want to use technology as an enabler in order to help our customer. Technology is there, and we will use it, whether it be in the process that they do in the branch, or whether it be by providing options for them to not have to come into the branch and be face-to-face. They can use technology to access credits, to understand what their responsibilities are, whether it be WhatsApp, whether it be AI, they'll all eventually form parts of the credit environment. As we continue this journey, we do so in partnership with organizations like the MFSA to make sure that our customers are given the best opportunity to build a future for themselves. That's it from me. Thank you very much.